Stuff is happening, folks.
Well,
Welcome back to...
Wait, no, you gotta
Nick,
go
that was a
again.
great
Oh,
intro.
go again.
I felt so good about that intro. Stuff is happening. Fuck
Sorry.
you. Stuff is happening, folks. Welcome back to the Nic and Nyhart show. That's right, this is episode number 3. We're counting right now. On your DVR, it should say 3. If not, contact your local internet provider who won't call you back because they're in India. I'm digressing here.
You blamed me for ruining the intro like 5 times.
We had 3 beautiful intros.
I was quiet that whole time and you botched
That's because we had 3 great ones. I'm not a machine. I can't just keep churning out great intros here.
I can do the intro next time.
Well, next time. Fine. They'll give you a week to rehearse the intro.
It's going to take me that long to get
exactly.
it down.
Well, let's get started here, folks. We have a special segment on the Nic and Nyhart show every week. Nick gets to unlock an achievement, hopefully. This week's achievement that Nick can unlock, it's right down here. We're putting that up there. Hopefully, Nick is able to accomplish this. If not, unfortunately, we have to find someone to replace him on the Nic and Nyhart show and change the name and the graphics and everything. So we're really rooting for you. This week's douchebag of the week are the kids that were on a bus making fun of a child for wearing a Darth Vader, I guess you'd say, helmet.
When I first saw the email from you, I thought that the kid wearing the Darth Vader helmet was the douchebag, and I'm like, fuck, Paul is kind of harsh.
No.
But no, the bullies are the fucking douchebags.
Yes.
And this kid is an epic hero, because fuck that shit. First off, you just gotta fucking fight back. Fuck it. Nobody likes a punch to the face. It's the most universal type of pain, because if you've ever felt really bad inside, and somebody's hurt you, or like you've had your heart broken, or you just didn't get what you wanted.
Stay on the course.
You just want somebody to feel the same way that you feel. And if you ever talk to somebody coming out of a relationship or a breakup or anything that you're angry about and they don't understand, you start to get frustrated. And then when you get frustrated, people who get violent like punch people in the face. You know why? Because it's like, I can't make you hurt how I hurt inside. So I'm going to punch you in the face because I know that hurts you. So that's what the kid needs to do to those kids, because they're just never going to get it. Yeah. Or you fucking don a Darth Vader helmet like a fucking badass pimp.
Yeah.
I once was picking on a girl because I liked her.
Sure, that's how it works.
And I grabbed her kickball one time and I kicked it over the fence.
Sure.
And then she kicked me in the balls.
Yeah.
Like for
Good
real.
for her.
I know, and then I never picked on her again.
See, that's why that's case in point right there. See, that's why we do this show, so that you don't get kicked in the balls. We've got to move on, Nick.
Why aren't you drinking a beer? Why are you drinking water? What's wrong with you?
He's not drinking on the job. I mean, he's a pro's pro. The comment of the week. A gentleman for Destructoid decided to tweet some negative thoughts about Felicia Day. It became rather obvious that he was trolling. He got his ass fired from Destructoid, but at the end of the day, it raises the question, an obvious troll, how do we treat
That's not obvious trolling. That's like saying somebody at IGN, if they write like a shitty review about a game that
no one knew
like,
who this guy was at all, and he comes out and
nobody
knows
a lot of the people.
But he didn't make any intelligent statements. He's just like, hey, Felicia, why are you famous again? You don't do anything creative?
Yeah.
Thanks, bye. He did it in like 3 tweets. All of a sudden, now our punk asses are talking about the guy. Now, okay, then what's your definition? What's your definition of a troll?
I would be a troll.
Yeah, that doesn't. That gives me nothing.
I love to get reactions out of people.
Okay, so
but I get them out of like jest. Like that's trolling.
Sure.
When somebody.
But when you call somebody out and say that they're not creative and that they're a glorified booth babe, that goes beyond joking, and that's a serious accusation. That basically everything you do sucks. You're telling someone that everything you do sucks.
He apologized, and she was like, "Okay, accept the apology."
Sure.
Lost his job.
Yeah.
Destructoid gets tons of points to be like, yeah, see, we don't put up with this shit. And it goes across the board to all the geek culture internet people.
I don't know. I think
Felicia and like all the,
My point is, if you want to call someone out,
you want to be on the good side of Felicia Day and her clique.
Yeah, that or just don't say something fucking stupid without backing it up.
How do you back up an opinion?
Well, you illustrate examples. This guy just said you suck.
I say the A's are the best.
Okay.
And so I back up my opinion
with stats, with figures, with history. This guy literally said like you suck.
But art is subjective, and if we want to classify like web videos and her music videos and her shows as art, like, is he wrong to say that they suck?
And then I understand that, but I think when you speak in that broad of strokes, it's tough to take anybody seriously. When you say you suck, you suck. It's like schoolyard. You suck. You're fat. You're ugly.
Well, some people are fat.
Sure.
Some people are ugly.
Okay.
You're just saying facts, and maybe that's what he was saying. In his defense,
yes,
for not explaining everything, he only had 140 characters.
Yeah, and that's my point, is if you want to make something and actually generate a healthy discussion, which is what trolls don't do, and coincidentally enough is what this guy did.
Trolls have the most fun though. No, why don't we have a guest tonight? I don't get it. Tonight, today.
Because last week we had Joe Dobbin on here. It was an excellent guest.
And did Joe Dobbin
And we blew $1,000 of our $500 budget to get him in here. I'll have you know that Joe Dobbin was expensive. We had to fly that guy in from Toronto. We had to pay for his driver. So I think at the end of the day, I think we basically bought 2 shows with one guest.
And I think Washington D.C.
Who knows where he's from? I didn't pick him up at the airport. We had to pay a guy to pick him up at the airport.
So
at the end of the day, next week I swear we've got a great guest lined up who only costs us $2,000.
I asked Joe Dobbin.
And it's in gift cards. So I hope that answers your question. This week's predictions, Nick, you wanted to predict that you would troll.
Well, and I did. My prediction is that the NL will win the All-Star game.
Oh boy.
Because they got fucking Dickey, dude.
For those of you that aren't sports fans and don't know what or who Dickey is, this is the Major League Baseball, R.A. Dickey, which gives them nothing. That's 2 letters before a word that's Dickey. The NL-AL or All-Star game is next week.
In Kansas City.
My prediction is that Nick will get kicked out of Comic-Con.
Well, no, see, I don't think I'm going to get kicked out this year, out of any conventions this year. Because now I'm in I have to not be so angry anymore.
You have your own show.
I have my own show.
Yeah, that's big.
I'm doing therapy now, which is a true story for my anger and my rage.
Sure, yeah.
And so now,
which is what this show is called.
Yeah, this is the therapy.
This is the therapy.
This is the therapy. Get my anger out.
You should see how much I'm getting paid for this.
But how much you paying?
I don't know. That's not the achievement. Nothing's been unlocked. Unfortunately, we've got to go here. We've only got Jeff on the docket for 30 minutes, and the guy in the car.
Dude.
The achievement that Nick failed to accomplish today was to belch 10 times.
Oh, dude, come on. Holy shit, you didn't give me enough. You guys were rushing me.
Which shows that the therapy is working. Unfortunately, folks, that's all the time we have for this week's show, the Nic and Nyhart Show. We will be back next week. Again, if you have any comments, please leave them below. Thank you to all those that have. Again, folks, thanks again for watching. We'll catch you next week. Boom.